6. Right now, we are in the 100 most deadly days for highway fatal crashes. Today, commercial vehicle enforcement troopers are doing what they call roadway blitzes to keep drivers safe. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher rode around with those troopers in Pike County to learn more.
School is back in session, and statistically, more drivers are on the road.
So you've got a high volume of traffic during a school area, a school zone.
Jamie Fields and other troopers with commercial vehicle enforcement are participating in the TACT campaign. TACT stands for Ticketing Aggressive Cars and Trucks.
But 4 to 5 officers get together. We have one guy that does a stationary radar.
While other troopers are on standby, yards ahead of these LiDAR radar binoculars.
I got the gray H3 Hummer 58.
The speed limit in many eastern Kentucky school zones is 45.
So just enforcing speed and being safe in that small area is very important.
In 2018, there were 724 fatal crashes in Kentucky. So far this year, 438.
When you see all of us out here and you see all the blue lights up and down 119, 23, no matter what road we work, what school zone we work, we're not out here trying to just write tickets.
Because speeding could cost you more than a ticket.
How can somebody avoid getting a ticket? Don't speed. Don't speed.
In Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Trooper Jamie Field says today the fastest speed he clocked for a driver was more than 85 miles per hour. While school is in full swing in many school districts already, several of them are still struggling to fill vacant positions. We wondered how much teachers are earning across the Commonwealth. Through state statistics, we learned the average classroom teacher salary is $53,923 a year. The affluent Louisville area of Anchorage has its own school district. Its teachers average the most at more than $67,000. The lowest paying district is Pineville, where a teacher averages $43,407.
Overall, it's not been a bad day here in the mountains. We've been dealing with those stray chances, a few of those clouds, but other than that, we've just been on a nice day today. We'll go ahead and take you to US 119, US 23 into Jenkins. You'll notice it's been drier over there, and they've seen that mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day. Looking on top of Jackson, 85 degrees, sunny skies, feeling like 88 though. That dew point of 67, making it feel a little bit on the muggy side. Temperatures are anywhere from those mid to upper 80s, some spots into the lower 80s if you're looking down into Wise, over into Harlan, those upper 70s into Somerset. There's those isolated rain chances we've been dealing with on and off throughout the day, but those continue to push out of the mountains. And as we go ahead and take a look now, we're dealing with those isolated rain chances in parts of Laurel County, northern McCreary County as well. But as we head into the rest of those overnight hours, we will be on the dry side, mid 60s with those partly cloudy skies. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
All right, Paige, thank you. Harlan County was certainly one of the hardest hit areas following the Black Jewel bankruptcy. Hundreds of miners were without a job, and the county itself took an economic hit. But Black Jewel miners living outside of Harlan County say they are also struggling. WYMT's Connor James joins us now in the studio with more. Connor?
Steve, yeah, there's been hundreds of thousands of dollars of donations brought into Harlan County, everything from clothing to food, school supplies, everything in between. The Gillum Foundation even donating $768,000 to the miners in Harlan, Bell, Leslie, Knox, Letcher, and other counties. But about 12 miners in Clay and Laurel counties say they're in need of donations as well.
Well, the only thing we've actually got help in is unemployment. And as far as any kind of other kind of help, you know, we haven't seen nothing.
Now, Steve, there's actually an event this weekend for those miners. It's at Clay County at EKU's Manchester campus. It's going to be at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. There's also one in Bell County. It's a benefit concert on Friday night. That's at 6 o'clock there for those miners.
All right. Certainly lots of people pulling together to help these folks.
Love
Connor,
it.
thank you. Well, Friday there will be a meeting at the Letcher County Courthouse for Black Jewel miners. It begins at 11 o'clock. Attorneys will be there to discuss the civil lawsuit against Black Jewel and its former CEO, CEO Jeff Hoops. And tomorrow, two state lawmakers, Senator Johnny Ray Turner and Representative Angie Hatton, will be in Harlan. At 11:30, they plan to discuss a pre-filed bill to close the loophole that allowed Black Jewel to get by without paying a bond when beginning operations. That bond would have helped pay the wages of miners who lost their jobs. We do plan to stream that news conference live on WYMT.com and our Facebook page. A grand jury indicted a Pulaski County man on multiple charges of rape and kidnapping. Deputies say their investigation started in April. That's when they received a call about a sexual assault and kidnapping of a woman. And deputies presented their case against Gerald Hendricks earlier this month. He is now in the Pulaski County Detention Center. Arraignment for Hendricks is scheduled for tomorrow. An Eastern Kentucky man is now behind bars linked to a federal drug investigation. A federal grand jury indicted Ronald Barksdale in June along with 3 others. Prosecutors claim the group worked together to deal meth and pills in Bell and Knox counties. Investigators arrested Barksdale yesterday. The indictment says Barksdale was previously convicted of conspiracy to distribute cocaine and served 12 months in prison. If convicted in the new case, he could spend life in prison. Eastern Kentucky lawyers have spent the last 4 years fighting for former Eric C. Kahn clients to get their Social Security benefits back. Finally, close to 500 of those clients now should receive a check in the mail soon. WYMT's Katie Cook got an update from an attorney working with some of those clients today.
4 long years of waiting.
The whole process has been pretty much a nightmare for the people here in Eastern Kentucky.
Years living without any sort of income.
I've been going through cancer and stuff, and I lost my medical, I lost my benefits, and it's just hard to keep on going.
Lawyers volunteering their time to stand up for those affected by the schemes of Eric C. Kahn.
I can't stress it enough. If it hadn't been for these lawyers, these volunteer lawyers here in Eastern Kentucky, I just don't know what these people would have done.
In recent weeks, attorneys estimate judges ruled in favor of about half of Kahn clients to receive benefits again. But the key, Ryan Mosley says, is making sure clients know the process of getting them back.
It's so important that if you are getting reinstated, even if you're not sure if you're getting reinstated, call the Social Security office, go to your local Social Security office, update your mailing address and your contact information and your banking information.
It is the news people like Robert Martin have longed for.
I'm just grateful. I mean, I really am grateful.
Not just for the money, but for all of the lawyers who stepped up.
It's the most rewarding thing I've done. It's the kind of thing I went to law school to do.
Now they just hope to move on and live again the life that they once knew. In Prestonsburg, Katie Cook, WYMT Mountain News.
Lawyers are hoping some former clients will receive a check in the mail as early as next month. They say a federal class action lawsuit is pending in the Eastern District of Kentucky for those who did not directly take their case to federal court in hopes their benefits will be reinstated as well. State police caught a couple from Michigan in a suspected stolen car. From the arrest citation, we learned troopers stopped Ken B. Huey and Porsche Rise in Laurel County. The car stolen out of Detroit. While searching the car, investigators say they found several credit cards, a computer, and a credit card reader. They turned all of this over to the U.S. Secret Service. Kenby and Rice face receiving stolen property, among other charges. After a Knott County teacher died suddenly this summer, friends and family are trying to make her dreams come true by raising money to help her students with reading and math. WYMT's Lauren McCord explains.
Morgan Hall was a well-loved teacher here at Jones Fork Elementary.
Kids loved Morgan.
Her compassion and care for her students and coworkers shined through.
Instantly, it was like 2 pieces of a puzzle coming together.
Back in July, Morgan died after giving birth to her son.
Morgan died shortly after her dream of being a mother.
Devastating not only her family, but the entire community.
Her death has really left a hole in their hearts.
Though her dream of becoming a mother was short, Morgan's family did not want her death to stop other dreams from coming true.
Morgan was very passionate about children learning to read and comprehend.
Struggling with dyslexia for her entire life, Morgan was very interested in computer programs that could possibly help students with similar struggles.
Her school's not able to fund it.
With the school unable to fund the programs, that's when her family stepped in to help.
Her family is now trying to provide a dream of Morgan's.
Hoping to raise $20,000.
Really what it would mean for people to donate is to help Morgan's dream come true.
To make another dream come true for their sweet Morgan. In Knott County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
And you can help make Morgan's dream come true by going to a Community Trust Bank location and donating to Morgan's Mission Fund.
And we continue to see those drier conditions over the next couple of days, but that heat and humidity, that will be on the rise as well. We'll have to take a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
But first, next week, high school football teams take the field to kick off the season. Hear how a hospital is taking steps to keep them safe.